lot of homeschoolers don't even realize this exists, but there's actually a free digital homeschool planning tool that can save you so much time and stress. It's called the BJU Press Homeschool Hub, and even though it's designed to work with BJU Press curriculum, you can use it with any curriculum. Today I'm going to show you what it can do and why it might be exactly what your homeschool needs. Next year, my twin girls are going to be taking English 7 from BJU Press. They are doing the online video lessons, so I need to load this course into the Homeschool Hub. So I thought I would take you with me, show you what this process looks like, how easy it is, and give you a brief look at how you can use the BJU Press Homeschool Hub to manage your homeschool. The Homeschool Hub is basically an all-in-one online tool that helps you with lesson planning, grading, scheduling, and keeping track of your child's progress. If you are using BJU Press online video courses, the Hub is fully integrated. It pulls in your lessons automatically, shows daily assignments, and gives students access to their videos and handouts. But like I mentioned, even if you're using other resources or mixing and matching, you can still build your own course plan, assign lessons, and track everything in one place. Now, I will say the Homeschool Hub isn't quite as robust as something like Homeschool Planet. You won't find all the same bells and whistles, but it still offers so many great features, and for a free tool, it's pretty impressive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my courses for next year and give you a behind the scenes glance at what this process is like. All right, so here I am in the Homeschool Hub for one of my daughters, and to add a course, I'm going to go over here to courses. So she is currently in this course right here. This is our Literature 6 course, and if I look at the bottom, I've got these 2 English 7 courses here, one for each of my girls. So when you choose an online video course from BJU Press, you have about 1.5 years, I think it is, to finish the course. So if it takes you longer than a year, don't worry. So right now this is unassigned. I'm going to go ahead and click assign so I can assign this course to my daughter. So assigning a course in the Homeschool Hub is very easy. You can choose to change the display name if you'd like to, and then you've got a bunch of other options here. If you are going to grade it, you can set your grade scale. With my daughter being in 7th grade next year, I'll grade some things just for practice, but I'm not necessarily keeping a full grade book for her right now, but you can choose to keep grades, and the Homeschool Hub actually makes it really easy to keep grades if that's what you want to do. Daily order, so if I had more than one course, it would allow me to choose which one I wanted to show up at the top. I could change the color for the course. I'll just keep it at that color for right now. You can choose which lesson that you want to start with. So if you were starting for some reason with a different lesson, you could pick any lesson to start with. We're just going to start with the first one. And if I did choose, like start with lesson 2, you can decide how you want to handle those previous lessons that you are skipping. Okay, for us, we are not beginning this course until August. So August 4th is going to be my start date for our next school year. So I'm going to go ahead and select that date to begin this course. I'm going to check mark all of the weekdays, so you can choose which day of the week you want to do the course on. And then we're going to have the same schedule every week. If you wanted to alternate schedules, that's an option as well. I want her to complete 1 lesson per day. Wow, 6 might be a bit much, but I guess that option's there for a reason. We've got reporting periods, again, if that's something that is important to you, or maybe you need it for state records or things like that. Reporting periods is on here. And then this gives me an estimation of when my semester 1 would end and my semester 2. Now, that is the projected end date. That is without any breaks and things like that within the course. Obviously, those are going to be things that I'm going to probably schedule at a future date, but if we went all the way through and did not take any breaks, that gives me a projected end date for the course, just so I can see when that is, and then it gives me a reminder just to make sure I'm within that time period of the expiration date. So then I'll go ahead and click Assign Course, and that course hopefully has been assigned to my daughter. So let's go to the calendar, and I'm gonna go to that first date in August. And right here, we see it has pre-populated all of the lessons in her calendar. So what my kids do every day when they need to log in, let's see, how do I get it back to that view? Oh, there we go. Every day when they come in to do their lesson, they click on the course, go to lesson, and it takes them right to everything they're going to need for that day. This is so helpful. Now I'm in my dashboard right here. My kids have their own login. But when they log in, they see the same thing. But here, if I needed to edit the lesson at all, maybe I needed to edit what I call or what I wanted them to do for one of these assignments, I could edit any individual assignment. I can add an assignment if there is something else that I wanted my daughter to do along with this. I can do that. It gives details for the parents. It gives instructions, lesson materials. So if there's anything that they need before they start, it's all right here. Tells them these are PDFs of different things that they might need. So Unit 1 guided notes handout. So if I click on that, it'll pull up a PDF of guided notes. And let's see, we've got a pretest, and then this is for the parent, the pretest answer key. So my daughter would not see that on her end. I could make notes if I needed to make a note for this lesson, and of course her video lesson is going to be in here. So looks like there might be 2 videos for this particular lesson. I know with this course, okay, video 1 of 2. So that'll be something different. None of the courses that we've had have had 2 videos before, so I'm gonna have to help her figure out how that she's got 2 videos here to play, but it is all in the Homeschool Hub right here. So she can click on her video, watch the videos she needs for her lesson, and then it tells her exactly what she needs to do. I love that you can check things off when you're finished, and it's just all very easy to use. Oh, and then here, okay, so it does tell her to watch that second video. So there you go. The checklist is going to help her out so she doesn't miss that second video that's on there. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the Homeschool Hub overall, I do have a couple of other videos on this you can check out, but I will show you really quick so you can see over here this assignments tab. When they complete something, let's say she took this pretest online. On my parent side, when I click over into the assignments, it's going to show me what tasks she has completed, and then I can go through and if it was something in the book, so check the reading, check chapter 12 handout. It gives me an answer key right here that I can pull up, and I can look at her worksheet and check her answers. And then these are just for completion, but then if there's something for a grade, so this was an assessment that she took. So it tells me her points earned out of her points possible. I go in and I actually have to grade this. So you guys can see if I hit grade, it's gonna show me what she got correct and what she got incorrect. Now, sometimes I'll come in to grade things and maybe I want to give partial credit, or maybe, you know, I didn't think the answer was that bad. Maybe the question was confusing. You have full control in here. I could change the points earned for any of these questions if I want to, which is super helpful. But when you go through and check everything and you're ready to submit the grade, oh, this one right here. So some of the essay questions, you actually have to fill in the grade before you can submit it. So I'll go through and look at those a little bit later. And then you would either submit the grade or allow your student to retake that. So I think that's just a really great feature and just makes it so easy to stay on top of lessons and everything with this Homeschool Hub. Okay, now I want to show you guys one more really helpful thing. Since this is a free tool you can use, and I told you, you don't have to necessarily be using a BJU Press course to use it. So I'm going to go into my son's profile because he is not currently taking any online BJU Press courses, so it'll just be easier to show you in here. But let's say I want to go to courses and I want to assign a course. So let's say I have a course that is outside of BJU Press and I want to assign it to my son in the Homeschool Hub so he can go through and keep track of his lessons. You can create assignments for him and everything, or I could create assignments for him and everything like that, all within this one place. So I click on assign a course, and for the course provider, that's going to be a custom course. Template's my only option there. Grade level, I don't have any other options. So select course. These are going to be, the numbers here represent the days of the lesson. So if you have a full year course, I'd pick 150 or 180 days for my lesson template. Let's say I'm just gonna make something up. So we've got 30 lessons, right? And let's say, I don't know, summer Latin review. All right, we're just gonna do some summer Latin review, so that's on my brain right now. If I wanted to, again, change my grade scale, all of that stuff, we'll start with the first lesson. You can see there's 30 lessons it's going to assign. And let's begin this June 2nd. I'm gonna mark the days that I want, one lesson per day, and then projected end date will be July 10th. So I can click assign course, and then if I go to his calendar, and let's see, let me go back to the correct date. All right, there are all of my lessons that have pre-populated. Now, the only thing about not having it be a BJU Press course is that you actually, there's no data here. You have to actually go in here and fill in what you want the lessons to be, right? So if I go into edit lesson, I could change the lesson title if I wanted to. Okay, so there is my lesson title. If I want to put details, these are the things that kind of show up in the sidebar, the materials that he's going to use. A lot of this stuff I probably wouldn't fill in, but if you need it, you can add that and that will show up. For the assignment, I can add the assignment, okay, page 1 through 3. And if you're keeping a grade book, you can add information in there. The time would probably be helpful if you're keeping track of hours or something like that. You can state what type of task this is. They have a grading scale in here. I think you can change all of this within your grade book or within your settings, but if you're keeping grades, this is going to be really helpful. And just hit save, and that will make those changes for you on here. So it is a little bit more work if you are not using a BJU Press course, but it's not any more so than if you were using a homeschool planner, like a paper planner or any other kind of online planner. So you could use this, it's free. You could use it for all of your courses. They've got a lot of great other features. I'd encourage you to go check out any of my other videos on the Homeschool Hub if you're curious to learn more about it and maybe try it out for yourself. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing how easy it is to add classes to the BJU Press Homeschool Hub. If you'd like to see a more in-depth look at this tool and what it can do, I have a video you can check out. And if you're curious about English 7, I've got an entire flip through video on that as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.